Hey everyone, it's Keto Karen, and I thought I hear a lot of people, they have a cheat meal, and that cheat meal lasts to a cheat weekend, to a cheat week, to a cheat month. So we don't want to be cheating. So I thought I would do a video on how to recover from a cheat meal or a cheat day. So, first and foremost, it happens to all of us. So don't beat yourself up. Don't start talking negatively to yourself. It is natural. We're humans. We live in 2018. There's so much stress and foods and different things out there that it happens. So don't beat yourself up about it. So let it go. It's water under the bridge. It's done. It's happened. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to get back on track, how to get going back into ketosis again. So first off, carbohydrates or sugar is very addictive. So once your body gets it, it starts craving it and wanting it, and it keeps kind of telling you to go for some more, that it was just a day, make it a few days. So we want to kind of nail that and not have it to continue on for like the weekend, the week, the month, and those types of things. So some really beneficial things are first and foremost is to drink tons of water. Make sure that you are drinking a minimum of half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 150 pounds, make sure you are drinking 75 ounces of water. So start your day off with it. Make sure you're drinking it throughout the day. Second thing is to make sure you have enough electrolytes. So your magnesiums, your potassiums, everything that your body needs to make really good healthy cells, to manage stress, to do all of those things that you need for electrolytes. We also want to make sure that you're having enough fat. Fat is very satisfying. It helps curb your appetite. If you think about it, like when you've had a lot of fat, like if you eat like bacon and eggs and stuff, how full you feel and how long it lasts. So you want to really make sure you up your fats so that you're not continuing to crave more and more carbs. So with the water, with the Himalayan salt and the fat, it should really within 24 to 48 hours of your cheat meal really help you to get you back on point. Also, you know what? Writing down your why really does help. So writing down why you're doing this. So we all have our own whys. For me, I personally get major migraines, insomnia, depression, all of those things when I eat too many carbs. So when I write that down, I know I don't want to eat that because it's going to bring all those negative things back. For other people, I mean, I will gain a few pounds as well if I eat too many carbs. And I could gain even more. I mean, I was much heavier in high school and I ate way more carbs. I'm now 40 and I'm, much better shape than I would have been when I was 18 or 19 just because of my diet. So I know that as well, but I really look at it more on a functional and cellular level on I really, really want this. Also, you want to have the right mindset. So by writing down your why and really getting into the right mindset, it can help curb those things. Make sure that you go to the grocery store and that you prep and are prepared. So a lot of times people cheat and end up eating more and more things because they're not prepared. They don't have the groceries in their house, right? If I go out somewhere, if I were to go to a friend's house and I know that they aren't eating like a lower carb lifestyle, I will make sure that I make a big veggie tray and a cheese and maybe like meat tray. I have some like a heavier, like either guacamole or a dip. I typically use Epicure and make ketogenic dips with it. So making sure you have those types of things so that you can be prepared, so that that one cheat meal doesn't end up to a whole weekend and all that. If you go to a restaurant, I am going to do a video on eating out at restaurants and how to keep it keto. But just when you go to a restaurant, make sure you like the bun off the burger or go with a steak and instead of potatoes, extra vegetables. You can really just talk to your server, tell them you don't want any sugars, that you are doing a low carb. Look at the menus. Majority of restaurants are really, really good with it now. So just making sure that you're getting rid of the higher carb items. One thing that is for your mindset is giving yourself permission. So you're not striving for perfect. Don't give up good for perfection because you will never hit it. We allocate and we know that we are going to have certain days of the month that we do not go ketogenic. And that way we allocate it. It's part of our permission. We know that that's part of our lifestyle. It's what we do like 28 days of the month that matter, not the 2 days of the month, right? So we give ourselves permission, so then it's not stressful, it's not negative, we're not beating ourselves up over it. So we really make sure that we're giving ourselves permission. That being said, my 2 days a month that I don't do ketogenic, I don't go to McDonald's. I don't go full out, blow my diet completely. That might just mean that I'm having the organic sprouted crackers from Costco and different things that aren't ketogenic. I'm still pretty good. I don't fall off the wagon so hard. But then I know that I do know that I can have those treats. I personally don't like eating garbage foods. It really does affect me for quite a few days. So I won't go there. If you can do it and if you can make that last, power to you. We are all different. We are all on our own journeys. So I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to give you information, tell you what works for me, and see if that's something that might help you. Like I said, we're all different. So what works for one person doesn't work for another. But I do find if people set it that they give themselves permission to do certain things, then when they do them, it's not so negative, and they're not in their head saying oh, you're such a loser, you didn't do it again, and blah, blah, blah. Because all of that negative talk is very hard on you. So just make sure that you're setting up a plan that you can be compliant to, that works for you. I personally do drink ketones. It's something I know people can do the ketogenic diet alone. I personally can't. I find I just need the extra boost of ketones. So I personally drink the KetoOS, Keto Max. It is the only bioidentical ketone on the market. For me personally, it has completely, drastically changed my life. It's made it so much easier to be compliant with the ketogenic lifestyle because it helps me to give me energy, to curb my appetite, to do all those things. So that's one thing. If I do cheat the next day, I might have 2 ketones drinks that day just to get me back into a full state of ketosis and get me back going without craving those carbs. But also, so if you are going to have a cheat night or cheat day, whatever it is, the night you do the cheat, that you're cheating with carbs, don't go high carb with it, okay? So if you were going to do a meal that is high carbs, don't do high fat as well. Just do one or the other. I mean, I obviously recommend ketogenic. I love the ketogenic lifestyle. But if you are going to give into that, and then set a plan for the next day. So for example, if I were to Friday night go to a friend's house and know that I am going to eat foods that I typically wouldn't eat, it wouldn't be a ketogenic lifestyle, I set myself the next day to make sure that I am full on almost 10, 15 carbs that next day to really deplete that glucose that I ate the night before. And I drink lots of water, I drink my ketones, and it gets me right back into it. And I do not go on the scale because I know that eating those carbs overnight, I will retain a lot of water. So if I go on the scale, I'm going to gain 2 or 3 pounds. It is not fat, it is just water. I'm going to go right back into the ketogenic lifestyle. Within a day or two, my body's going to flush that water out again. For some people, they retain water longer. It might be 4 or 5 days. For me, it's typically 2 or 3. But then we're going to flush that water out, and I'm going to be right back on track to exactly where I was before that cheat meal. So I hate the scale. I really do. So just making sure that you set yourself up for success. know exactly what your cheat meal is, what you're going to do, how you're going to recover. It's part of, you've given yourself permission to do it, so you're not being negative, but just don't throw out everything because of one meal or one day, okay? You can do this. You've got this. If you'd like more tips and tricks on keto, please comment below. Also, subscribe to my channel, and there's a little bell. You can click that and you'll get notifications. So I am new to YouTube, so I'm trying to do 3 or 4 videos a week. Some of them's going to be menus, some of them's going to be information on ketogenics, some of them's going to be on mindset. So if you would like more tips and tricks, please subscribe. As always, comment below. I would love to hear from you, and enjoy the rest of your night, and keto on. Thanks.